When an overdimensional load shows up at our port of entry and they are over 14 wide, 16 high, and over 120 feet long, they must apply for a Class C permit to proceed down our state highways. If they're over 250,000 pounds, then they apply for a Class C along with a bridge analysis.
Anytime you have an increased load, you have to spread it over possibly more tires, more axles, and so forth. So they become more specialized, and you need to make sure that the bridge capacity can handle the additional load. If you exceed those loads repeatedly, the pavement will have to be replaced sooner. The bridges may deteriorate, or you may have a failure. So if you're exceeding what's permitted within the legal weight limit, then that's why the permitting is necessary.
The loads are getting bigger and bigger. About a year ago, there was a large piece of mining equipment that came through our state. It was roughly 225 feet long, around 20 feet wide, and it was over 18 feet high. It weighed 572,000 pounds. Came in from Nevada, and it was delivered into the Globe area to one of the mines located there. There's loads moving through our state all day long. Within last year, Class C has issued close to 5,000 permits. There's a lot of planning that goes into moving these extremely large loads. If they don't comply with their permit, they could end up on a roadway where there could be construction. They could come upon a low bridge.
Well, we're southbound I-17 at the Jefferson overpass, but it's very obvious that an oversized truck that was too big for the bridge struck the bridge, causing some severe damage. The first witness statement said that this was an oversized load. So the first thing we have to do is contact ADOT. Obviously, they're going to go out there and evaluate the bridge, but we contacted the permit section of ADOT and found out there were 22 different permits throughout the state for that particular time frame, and then start piecing together the witness statements and the permits to come up with a likely suspect.
Well, when I received a phone call from DPS saying that the driver turned himself in, that following Monday I received an application from the transporter requesting to move another trencher identical to the one that hit the Jefferson Bridge. So that threw some red flags. And so what I did ask the transporter is that before he proceeded through our state highway, that he must stop at the Kingman Port of Entry so we don't have this incident again.
When he pulled onto the scale, our scale read overload, which means that our scale can't read that much weight. I contacted Class C and informed them that his dimensions were inaccurate and that the weight was not the only thing that was wrong on the permit.
The load was shut down, the permit was confiscated, and the driver was advised that the company would have to resubmit for a new Class C permit.
Anytime there's an extremely large load, Class C sends out an email and we communicate with counties, cities, DPS, the police departments, the sheriff's departments, and especially our district engineers and our maintenance engineers, our traffic engineers, our constructions, because we're not out there in the field every day. We don't know the conditions of the roadway. We don't know where all the restrictions are, and based upon the dimensions that the customer has provided to us, whether this load can move on the route that they've asked for. When it comes to these oversized loads, I know it can be annoying, it can tie up traffic. I just want the people of Arizona to understand that what we do here at the state and issuing these Class C permits, that we do everything we can to keep the motoring public very, very safe.
ADOT, keeping Arizona moving.